They say winning breeds confidence, and American Ryder Cup debutant Patrick Reed clearly isn't short of self-belief, having become the youngest winner of a World Golf Championship earlier this season at the Cadillac Championship. That inspired Reed to claim that he's one of the top 5 players in the world. Confidence or cockiness? We sent Cara to find out more.
Nice to catch up with you for the first time on Golfing World. You are a man who has sent shockwaves through the golfing world the last under a year or so, I guess. So you've made history. Well, you've made a big name for yourself, becoming only the 5th guy under the age of 24 to have won 3 PGA Tour events. Everyone knows who you are now. How has your life changed over the last few months? Because it must have been a bit of a change.
Right. Well, the biggest change is we just had our first baby girl. So
I was going to get onto that.
Yeah,
you beat me
I became
to
a
it.
father. So
yeah.
I mean, that was our biggest change, the most exciting change. And when it comes down to the golf aspect, really, I just try to make sure, you know, I stay grounded and just continue trying to plug along and take each hole and each day at a time. Due to the fact that if I let all the hype and, you know, all my previous successes get in the way of my present time, then you're going to go back onto, you know, kind of struggling and not being able to focus. So, I mean, the wins are awesome, and they were so exciting, especially the first one with my wife on the bag. But, you know, and then the last one with, you know, my brother-in-law on the bag where we won at the World Golf Championship. But, you know, we're just going to continue trying to plug along and play well and hopefully, you know, get a couple more W's.
Well, I've got to mention the family team because you've brought it up. Congratulations on the birth of your baby girl. That is wonderful news. And, of course, your wife used to always be on the bag for you. She was with you for the win at Wyndham and then realised you guys were pregnant and she stepped away. And now, what a lovely story. It's your brother-in-law, isn't it, who caddies?
Exactly. You know, we decided to keep it in the family and, you know, it's been a lot of fun. And it's been actually a very easy transition to the fact that I was able to take Kessler when we found out that we were going to have a little girl, that, you know, I was able to take him during the off season, and I basically trained him exactly how I trained Justine for a month. So it's almost like I have, you know, 2 of the same people, just 2 different bodies. So
wait, how do you train your wife to be a caddy? I'm intrigued. Is she,
you know, I mean,
good at taking instruction?
Oh, very well. You know, she's very intelligent, and, you know, she's a huge competitor. So, you know, whenever she gets out in any kind of sports world or anything like that, she, you know, she thrives for, you know, just the competition and the pressure, and, you know, that's been very easy. And really, it's just trying to keep me loose, keep me calm, and, you know, keep my head just looking forward rather than out to the sides or just dozing off. So, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, it doesn't take much for, you know, to get me in my comfort zone. And, you know, it was very easy for Justine to get me on that zone. So I taught Kessler just a couple pointers on how to get me in that zone as well, and he's done a great job, obviously.
And the lovely thing is even though she's had to step down from duties on the bag, she's still been a really big cheerleader outside the ropes, day in, day out, week in, week out, right?
Oh, for sure. You know, she doesn't miss a tournament round. She's in every one, and usually she makes it out for at least 1 or 2 practice rounds. Before the baby, she made every single practice round. She was inside the ropes, doing all notes for me and everything like normal. The only difference is during tournament rounds, she was outside cheering rather than being on the inside. So, you know, she wants to get back at it. I want her back out here, so... And we're thinking, hopefully, at PGA Championship, she'll be back on the bag.
Really?
Yep.
Amazing. Working mum. And so how's life going to work with a baby girl on the road?
Her mother-in-law is going to probably travel with us. She's traveling with us now, as, you know, Justine's out here right now with us on practice round. And, you know, Justine took the night shift last night, and, you know, the mom is taking care of her right now while we're out here. So. Wow.
What an impressive story. Well, listen, I'll let you play a second shot and catch up with you more about the golf afterwards.
All right. Nice.
Thanks, Patrick.
That's long as well. Yep.
As well as your 3 wins, becoming the youngest guy to win a WGC, everything you've achieved, of course, you've become infamous for your famous comment about feeling as if you are one of the top 5 players in the world.
Right.
How have you felt the reaction to that has been? Do you think it's been fair? You stand by your comments? What's your take?
Of course I stand by my comments, and when it comes down to it, you know, all the players, you know, I haven't had any grief from the players or anything. It just seems like the media's kind of ran with it, which, I mean, which is fine. I mean, I don't mind at all. You know, it gets my name out there even more. And, you know, when it comes down to players, a lot of the players like to comment, and Henrik Stenson's a really good friend of mine. He'd love to comment. You know, you have guys like, you know, Lee Trevino and all those guys, they love to comment as well. So, I mean, you have all these other people that actually, I mean, that have played the game who, you know, like to comment and everything. So when it comes down to that, I mean, I have nothing against it.
You know, it's a really refreshing attitude, to be fair, because I've also read about you saying that you'd love to be America's answer to Ian Poulter, and you're that kind of guy, and fair enough.
I mean, when it comes out to Ian Poulter, we actually, Justine and I played with him for the first time at Travelers when she was still in the bag, and he was one of the nicest and, greatest guys to play golf with. He was so laid back, so funny, and, we had a blast. So hopefully, we pair with him soon, and, if I get that chance, hopefully I am going up against him at the Ryder Cup. Hopefully I don't see those bird eyes. Those angry bird eyes he gave whenever he made a couple of those putts. I have seen the look before, and it's just him getting in the zone, and really excited about what he's doing, and I love seeing that, and I try to be the same way.
And would we see you geeing up the crowd on the tee?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're ready for it.
Oh yeah. I'm ready. I love match play. I feel like I'm a very strong match play player as it is, and just to get hopefully to make the team and play well would definitely be a dream come true. It would definitely top off the year, that's for sure.
Okay, well listen, absolute pleasure to talk to you. Really refreshing attitude. Keep going. Hope to see you up there at the Ryder Cup, and I'm European, so we'll see what the lead is live.
We'll see.
Thanks, Patrick.
Yeah,
Congratulations on a great year so far.